Welcome to the Rope Access and Climbing Podcast. This is your host, Mikey Stevenson, and today we're going to be talking about professional development and what that kind of looks like. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, hit the notification for updates. As well, if you're listening to this on a podcast, make sure to follow us. Why isn't there any professional development in the rope access industry? I wish there was. This is something that I've really promoted all the way through my career as an instructor, but not just as an instructor, but as a technician. Myself, I went out and outsourced additional training to become an instructor. Not that I had to, but I felt that more knowledge is better. Knowledge is power, my take there. Other organizations that I'm affiliated with, such as the ACMG and the CAA, so the Association Canadian Mountain Guides and the Canadian Avalanche Association, they do professional development training every year for all their members. Depending on what your certification scheme is, will dictate what courses you can and cannot take, but at least they do have professional training every year. In rope access, specifically going back to the level 3s, recertifying, the last time that they did any training was at their last certification or their initial level 3 training. I believe that that is unacceptable. I believe that as a supervisor, as a rope access level 3, you should outsource additional training. However, in the rope access industry, that is not readily available. Why isn't it readily available? Well, a big problem with it is cost. No operating organization wants to take people away from the front lines working because that costs money. It takes away from their bottom line. As an organization, I believe that organizations should dictate a certain amount of professional development for their technicians. And depending on what the skill set is, I believe that it's a good way forward. So we have continuity all over the board, from coast to coast or globally, depending on what organization you're affiliated with. What could this look like? Well, that really depends. If you're offering courses to the entire membership, then I believe that it could look very promising. It gives the people, the members, the technicians, that ability to, one, if they're going from level 1 to 2, give them more skills, more understanding before they go and do that course. Better prepare them. Going back into those conversations of mentorship. Well, if they're not receiving the mentorship they believe they should get, these are additional courses, day courses, or a couple hours or whatever, half-day courses, would really help them be prepared for that next level. So going from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. And then a mentorship or a professional development course to promote people going into the next level of rope access, being an instructor. There is a certain sense of mentorship and a training scheme that you have to follow under IRATA, but as an instructor for other organizations, there may not be any of that. It's just like, hey, you're a level 3, go and train. Okay. Well, as long as you understand the syllabus and as long as you understand what's expected of those individuals that have to pass the assessment or the evaluation, I guess it's not wrong, but is it the best case scenario? Are you training your people to the highest standard? And if there's no continuity throughout the organization to ensure that everybody's on the same page and all the information across the board is consistent, you're not any further ahead. Who'd be able to do it? Like I said, I believe that there could be professional development courses for all levels, for all technicians, and I'm not really sure what that really looks like, as unfortunately it doesn't exist as of right now. Then moving on from that, why is this important? I touched on it on all these topics here, but it's important to ensure continuity and consistency through all levels, through all organizations globally. The reason for that is safety and liability. Now, no organization wants to take on liability, setting out this is how it has to be and dictate this and that and dictate that and that. There's guidelines and understanding that with the code books. But if we're all on the same page and just teaching, other ways of doing things or things that people need to look out for, this is important to ensure that us as a organization will succeed in the future. This is a good way to promote that. I believe that this is a good way to make sure that our technicians are set up for success and ready to go to work and be the best that they can be. I want this to succeed. I want rope access. I want guiding to succeed. We have a lot of uncertainty in our world right now with everything going on. And I don't think that this should be the reason why we cannot succeed. Professional development on each and every single technician, each and every single person that goes into this industry is important. That's what I believe. All right, well, thank you for tuning in for today's short episode. Just a little topic running off that mentor side of the conversation from a couple weeks back. I got a couple other episodes I'm recording here. I hope that you tune in and pay attention. I think that this time going on right now is very questionable and uncertain to what it looks like, both as an industry and as what we as technicians are going to be able to do in the near future. Let's start the conversation. Who wants to see professional development in rope access? Do you think it's important? And if so, what would you like to see? All right, thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.